So basically over here we have to calculate time weighted rate of return. So for calculating time weighted rate of return, we require that 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, dot, 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 dot. So let's first look at the R1, R2, R3. So on January 1, just write January 1, he has invested 50,000. Okay. And at the end of, अच्छा मैं नीचे लिखता हूँ, that will be better. January 1 के नीचे लिखता हूँ 50,000. And by the end of the March, that is March 31st, that is becoming 51,000. So based on that, you can get the return during this period. 51,000 minus 50,000 upon 50,000, that's your R1. फर्स्ट क्वार्टर का रिटर्न है ये, Jan to March. So 51,000 minus 50,000, ending minus beginning, divided by beginning. So that is 2% return. So over here, the R1 is 2%. But mind it that R1 is not first year return, it's first quarter return. लास्ट में ये जब लास्ट में हम TWR कैलकुलेट करेंगे तभी ये पॉइंट इंपॉर्टेंट आने वाला है. सो कीप दैट इन माइंड. Now what has happened is on April 1st, he has deposited that 10,000. So on April 1st, he is going to have 61,000. तो 51,000 ऑलरेडी था, एक सेकंड ना, 51,000 ऑलरेडी था एंड उसने 10,000 और डिपॉजिट कर दिया, सो दैट बिकम 61,000. एंड बाय द एंड ऑफ द जून, दैट इज जून 30th, इट हैज बिकम अनफॉर्चुनेटली लेसर 60,000. यहाँ पे लॉस हो गया. लेट्स कैलकुलेट द रिटर्न्स. R2 60 minus 61 upon 61. So 60,000 ending minus beginning divided by beginning. So that is minus 1.64% return. Okay, and then he withdraws 30,000 on July 1. So let me write about it. July 1 को he has withdrawn 30,000. तो इसके पास था 60,000, उसमें से 30,000 से विड्रॉ कर दिया तो बचा 30,000. जैसे यहाँ पे 51,000 था, उसने 10,000 ऐड कर दिया, बना 61,000. वैसे ही had 60,000, he is withdrawing 30,000, so he is left with 30,000. Okay, and then makes no additional deposits or withdrawal. So बीच में अभी कुछ नहीं है, and directly at the end of the year, that is December 31st, the value is 33,000. So let's see the R3 during this period, ending minus beginning on beginning. So that's 33,000 minus 30,000, ending minus beginning upon beginning. So that comes to 10% return. So in the first quarter, we have 50 to 51, that is 2% return. And in the second quarter, we have 61 to 60, that is minus 1.64% return. And the third and the fourth quarter together, because it's July to December, we are together having a return of 10%. उसके बाद क्या करना है, उसके बाद वी हैव टू डू दैट कंपाउंडिंग. यहाँ पे जगह नहीं है तो मैं यहीं पे लिखता हूँ. सो फर्स्ट 1 प्लस R1, 1 प्लस R2, 1 प्लस R3. एंड अगर आप लोगों ने ब्लाइंडली किया रेस टू 1/3 माइनस 1, देन यू हैव मेड अ मिस्टेक. बिकॉज in the lecture what I had mentioned, 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, 1 plus R3 were 3 yearly returns. One second guys, thank you. 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, 1 plus R3 were 3 years. R1 was first year का return, R2 was second year का return, R3 was third year का return, and hence it was raised to 1/3. The raised to 1/n is n stands for number of years. And here, if you look at it, R1 is for first quarter, R2 is for second quarter, R3 is for the remaining. Together मिला के एक ही year है. And hence it will not be raised to 1/3, but it will be raised to 1/1. I had mentioned this like in the lecture also, and I think in the practice session also. 1 plus R1, 1 plus R2, 1 plus R3, dot, 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 raised to 1/n, and that n stands for number of years and not number of brackets. Here it was three brackets. Probably someone could have gone for raised to 1/3, but it was not raised to 1/3. It was raised to 1 upon number of years is 1. And then we'll do that minus 1. Okay, so let's do it. 1 plus 2 percentage. So 2 percentage plus 1, store 1. Minus 1.64 percentage plus 1. So 1.64 percentage, the minus sign, and then plus 1. Store that in memory number 2, and then 10 percentage plus 1. Okay, store that in memory number 3, and then to recall 1 plus नहीं into करना है सारे bracket को. 1 plus R1 into 1 plus R2 into 1 plus R3. So one more time, recall 1 into recall 2 into recall 3, and then raise 2. ओके, 1/1, सो रेज टू, आई एम जस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, रेज टू ब्रैकेट ओपन 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 ब्रैकेट क्लोज एंड देन फाइनली ओ -1. So the answer is 10.36% is close to C. Okay, raise hand if you have any doubts with this. First, 50 to 51 is 2 percentage. Then 10 add किया तो 61 to 60 is -1.64 percentage. And then 30 निकाल दिया बचा 30. So 30 to 33 is 10 percentage. And then 1 plus R1 into 1 plus R2, 1 plus 2 percentage into 1 plus -1.64 percentage into 1 plus 10 percentage, bracket complete, raised to 1 upon n, not 1 upon 3, raised to 1 upon number of year, that is raised to 1 upon 1 in this case, and then -1. Okay, so that was 10.36 percentage. Any doubt, guys? Raise hand. How many of you could get this answer? I wanted to see 10.36%. How many of you got this answer? Good. No doubt, right? Okay, perfect. Any doubt? Once again asking, any doubt? Let me know. Pakka clear hai? Deep, any doubt or is it clear? Yeah, Vandana.
सर मैंने वो मिस्टेक किया 1/n वाला जो आपने अभी बताया ना।
भाई मत करना, सिली मिस्टेक है। उसका आंसर आई थिंक हो सकता है, आई डोंट नो। उसका आंसर था क्या वो रॉन्ग करके?
हाँ पर आंसर नहीं था उसमें ऑप्शंस में
बट
नहीं आ
क्या,
रहा।
we got saved in the exam, that wrong answer is also going to be there, so be make sure कि you don't do that silly mistake. Raised to 1 upon number of years है, not number of brackets है.
थैंक यू।
All right.